that means. Detroit media icon Ryan Ermanni, University of Michigan great Braylon Edwards, and of course, Maz are about to take over on Woodward Sports. Every day, 2 to 4 p.m., it's the best Detroit sports talk on Detroit's best sports network, Woodward Sports.
Hey, let's go! Friday show, October 11th, 2024. Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, Woodward Sports Network, woodwardsports.com. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button, hit subscribe. Coming up on 70,000 subscribers on this platform. Do not adjust your television sets, your phones, your computers, your laptops, what have you.
Whatever you're watching on.
Braylon Edwards did not turn back the clock. Although he looks like he is a senior at Michigan right now. This guy has turned back the clock. My goodness, Braylon. This is like circa 2004, my friend.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. You know, my mom gets on me about this face, and I told you I had a meeting with a marketing rep of mine back in the day, and he gave me some advice the other day. He said, cut your hair. And he said, you got to cut it. You're 41, you know what I'm saying? You keep a little bit of it, but cut it. You know, the braids. And once I heard it out loud, I said, yeah, he's right. I'm getting my hair braided at 41. I'm having a midlife crisis.
You are, Braylon. You're a very handsome man.
I appreciate
very
that,
handsome man.
I appreciate that. And I understand your confidence. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. Also very handsome, Tom Mazaway.
Sure. Yeah. Then there's me.
Yep. The ageless wonder.
I think you're a handsome man,
thanks,
too, buddy.
Appreciate it, man. I might be cute, maybe.
You're cute.
Cute and cuddly.
I missed you guys yesterday.
Oh, man, we missed you. I missed you.
I sat in your chair yesterday.
You did? How did it go for you?
Went good. We
had
a good show.
We had a great show.
You don't like being up here. It was good?
Yeah, it was good. It was all right. Anson couldn't make it, so I sat in there like a big boy.
There was a reason why I left you guys. It wasn't just in vain. Yesterday is
wasn't golf.
I promise you, it's not golf. It's not golf. It's mental. Yesterday is National Mental Health Day. So I was a part of a panel up at University of Michigan, talking about it's the YB Men Project, Young Black Men Project, with Edwin Moses, who Maz and Ryan, Olympic gold medalists in the 400 back in the day. But it was just about helping young black men deal with masculinity and deal with mental health starting earlier. So it was a lot of fun. And then there was a gala at night. So I got a chance to go to the gala where I was presented with an award right here. Won a little award for you guys.
Yes.
But the night was made, KG. The night was made, so I get there. There's a hotel. This is at the Michigan League, by the way, Ryan. I know you know the campus. It's at the Michigan League. I'm in a hotel room. Get off the elevator. Who do I see? My favorite female basketball player of all time, Shamika Holdsclaw. Like, when I tell you, like, I saw her. Oh, this is her right here. I saw her. I'm like, I know this is not Shamika Holdsclaw. Shamika Holdsclaw, national champion, Tennessee, 2-time, 3-time All-American. Got drafted to Washington, Michigan. Anyway, it was crazy to meet, like, in a random place. She went to Tennessee, YMCA, Ann Arbor, had a chance to meet her mom and Brittany.
Oh,
and it was just amazing. And the first thing she said, yo, brother, knows you a legend. I forgot she's from New York.
How about that?
So she's a Jets fan.
No kidding.
So it was a great night, man. It was, my mom came, my dad came, and it was good to be representation of my parents, but back in U of M. So
remarkable, dude.
You,
great job. Great job. KG.
Fan of hoops.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
KG, Pete, good afternoon to you. How you fellas doing today?
Hey, a rough day for Detroit sports, but we going to bounce back, man. We got that man on the mound in Game 5. Let's go.
Yeah,
ready to go today, Ryan. Let's get this game going on Saturday, buddy.
Boy, I tell you, I went to the Tigers game last night.
I saw the video, man.
And I had a buddy invite me, so I said, you know what?
Heck yeah.
I'm going to the game.
So it was your fault.
And we went, and that crowd was so energetic, but you could tell right off the bat it was a nervous crowd, a record crowd at Comerica Park. And I understand how they keep having records now, because that standing room on the concourse, like not on the stadium.
Yeah.
The when you come down the first set of stairs and it's the concourse, like around the 100
not
level
when
seats.
you come down. There's standing room on the concourse, like
where they're selling stuff.
Where they're selling stuff.
Yeah.
You sure that's where the standing room is?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Maz, that is where a lot of standing room tickets were. I had to fight through the crowds to go bathroom,
to go
get a hot dog, get the seats, whatever the case may be. So,
What section were you in?
127B. It was
So
right
you
behind
were down-
home
you were
plate.
down first base to home.
Yeah, right behind home plate.
That's a great seat.
It was a great spot. I was in the Tiger Den.
Yeah. You were 4 sections from Spinney. Spinney was down there.
yeah?
Yeah.
You got to see that safety squeeze close
So
up.
can I just a lot of big picture stuff we'll talk about. What happened to the bunt? Like what happened to the there were 2 or 3 different instances where Bo Naylor or Josh Naylor.
No, Bo Naylor's the catcher.
Josh Naylor's the first baseman.
First base, yeah.
There was 2 or 3 instances where the Tigers had a runner at second or second and third or bases loaded, and Josh Naylor, his heels are literally on the outfield grass, and you've got a lefty up in Sweeney.
And he's a big man, by the way.
Couple of times, even if it's not a called bunt, you know you're struggling. How can't you lay a bunt down for a hit? Drag a bunt for a hit. Try to steal one against Class A in the end. I just don't understand it. And then I was telling my buddies who I went with, bunt, look where the guy is playing. And then lo and behold, it was a bunt from Cleveland that caught everybody off guard.
Yeah.
And that ultimately became the difference in the game. Very disappointing game for me. Maz, I asked you how you felt about it before the game. You said you don't have a feeling about it.
Yep.
And then, Braylon, I'm at the game yesterday, even from the first inning on, tonight's not their night. Tonight's not their night. It just didn't feel like last night was their night.
No, it didn't seem like there was their night last night. Look, I was watching between games because I was leaving the gala, so I was running over to Buffalo Wild Wings to catch that game, Thursday Night Football, the Lynx game.
Buy one, get one.
This is true. I was with a WNBA All-Star, so we were watching the WNBA Finals as well. There was other games on, so.
Why? Caitlin Clark wasn't in it. What are you watching?
Here you go.
Well, they wanted to. My girls are ex-basketball
Yo,
players.
your Lord
Don't get me
and
in
Savior.
trouble. Don't
I
get
know
me
it's a
in
good
trouble.
matchup.
But I didn't get a
Good
chance to
matchup.
really watch it. It just seemed like they left a lot of men on base and they couldn't come through in the moments. Man, as I know, watch with a keen eye. You can talk about it a little better than I can.
I can, but Ryan hit it on the head. Left too many guys on base last night, but they had the lead going into the 7th. They had the freaking lead. And a guy that shouldn't have hit a home run hit a home run. And I know you can't say anything about A.J. Hinch, the way he's played, the way he's coached this team, the way he's managed this team. I mean, they're playing with house money. I mean, I got nothing to complain about.
Hold on, man. Let me ask you that because that's an argument right now. House money, no house money.
Yeah.
Are they playing with house money?
Yes, they don't. They're not. They shouldn't be there.
They
shouldn't be there.
But
with
they're
this
here
team,
and almost
raggedy
in the-
rag team. But Jackson Jobe did not belong in that game last night. I'm sorry. Again, you're bringing him in with a tie game or a 1-run game, and he's not ready.
He wasn't
I'm
that
sorry.
bad, man.
He's not ready yet.
Listen, even if you brought him in, he did get out of the 8th. But to bring him back for the 9th, I was a little like, come on now. Okay, you got your inning. You got your 3 outs.
Right.
Come on now.
He's just not ready yet. I don't care, man. You got better options. What happened to Jason Foley? I haven't seen Jason Foley in a week.
He's a contact pitcher, so they just didn't feel like the matchup presented itself with this Cleveland series. That's why he hasn't played.
There's
that
other
much.
guys on this team, man. You bring back Bo Brisky. He one of the closers. You bring him back. I don't know. Who am I to judge against A.J. Hinch? I'm nobody.
It feels like, Maz, I know what you're saying though, because Braylon, it's a little bit like questioning Brad Holmes on draft night. You know what I mean?
I got no business complaining.
Everything that A.J. Hinch has touched over the last couple of months has turned to gold. But there were some things last night, and even down to the Brisky, okay? Bo Brisky pitching after throwing a lot of pitches in this series, I thought was a little questionable.
Yeah.
And then he made the mistake. I mean, 2 outs and 2 strikes to give up a homer, a gopher ball to David Fry, who was a pinch hitter from Stephen Vogt. You know, Stephen Vogt went to his pinch hitter matchup, and they got it there. It was such a hard game to take because bases loaded, nobody out. You get 1 run. 2nd and 3rd, you couldn't come up with a big hit. Again, in the 8th inning, 2nd and 3rd, you couldn't come up with a big hit. Giving up a 2-run homer with the lead in the 7th inning on a 2-out, 2-strike pitch. terrible break. And then, of course, the surprise bunt in the 9th inning for an add-on. Those are 5 different things. Any one of them goes a different way, and you're talking about something a little bit differently. It just didn't feel. I do not, and I don't like this Game 5. I don't subscribe to the theory that we're playing with house money though either, because you have the lead in the series. You have them on the ropes with the lead in the 7th inning. You got to close that game out. Yeah. I'm sorry.
But you're not always going to do it, right?
I know.
Even Mariano Rivera got beat.
I know, but
okay, so you can't really say that. And they are playing with house money. They're the Tigers. They don't belong there.
Yeah, once you get this close and you can taste it, it's hard not to be disappointed.
Yeah,
I'm disappointed.
But then that's not house money. Because if you're,
I'm a fan of the Tigers.
What I'm saying is, if you believe they're playing with house money, you have zero disappointment this morning. That's not house money to me, because I feel disappointed. I feel cheated last night, to be honest with you.
But we're in the game, man. We play tomorrow.
Yeah, Cleveland's in the playoffs too now.
I understand, but what I'm saying is, if I didn't believe, or if I believed we were playing with house money, Braylon, I wouldn't feel cheated this morning.
I agree.
I understand that.
I agree. I'll make it make sense in the gambling term. Here we go. Like, if you legitimately go to the game and you got down to your last $500, you bet it and you lose, it's like, but if you lose money that's not yours, you separate yours and you put gambling money up there, the money you won, $500, you're not caring, because that is house money.
Right.
What's yours, that's what you care about. When you don't have yours, it's different.
By the way, I hate giving back the casino's money, even though it's on my head.
That's just a loan.
I'm still disappointed. If I'm up $1,000 and I went home up 400, I'm pissed.
If you came with 500 and you leave nothing,
Right,
a little bit more
That's
upset
worse.
than walking out with that same 500.
I get you, man. But you know what? We live to play another day.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're 4-2 in the playoffs.
And you got that man.
That's a good record.
Yeah.
Before I forget, Ryan and Maz, you talk about AJ Hinch, who's done a phenomenal job this year, obviously get this team to this point, even still be tied in the ALDS. So hats off to him. He should be the manager of the year, considering what's going on. It's just my opinion. But two things can be true in this situation. Last night, he just outthought himself. And it happens sometimes with great coaches. I remember Jim Harbaugh when I was with the 2011 49ers. He was keen on staying the kind of like how Jacksonville or the Jets are staying in London the whole week so they can play again. If we played far on the East Coast, he was like, well, let's just stay in Cincinnati because after that we got to go to Baltimore. It's the first time we did it, it worked well, but guys missed their families. And so when we did it the second time, it started showing. And the third time we did it, lost both games. And it was great at the beginning. It was cool in the beginning, but he didn't see the change he was supposed to see. He didn't change it, and eventually it cost us. But two things can be true. He's done a phenomenal job. Yesterday, he just got out coached. It happens.
We lost because Ryan went to the game. LOL, jinx. Just kidding. That's amazing. It did kind of feel like that, and I do feel bad for the fans. And look, you could they could win, and this is all forgiven. But I know a couple people that bought tickets, took their kids to the game. And those are moments that you will have for the rest of your life. Like, those are memories that you feel a little bit cheated out of. Hey, remember when we saw the Tigers clinch against the Guardians in Game 4 back in 2024? And, you tell your grandkids about that stuff, all those fans that were packing that park last night with their orange towels and all the happiness. You walk into the ballpark, everybody's smiling and high-fiving everybody.
I did feel bad.
I do feel bad for fans in moments like that because there's you didn't.
It's a lot of money to put out.
That is an awful lot of money to spend.
It is.
And not just on the ticket, but the entire night. And
experience.
Yes, you do feel like for instance, I'll never forget being at Comerica Park when the Tigers clinched against the Yankees at home in 2006 and sprayed champagne on the fans. Now, when they clinched against Oakland in Game 5 at the Coliseum, I didn't have that. That doesn't ring a bell to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
as much as so, I do feel like thousands of people got cheated last night, and we'll see what happens now. Not Spencer Torkelson. Tarik Skubal will pitch in Game 5. By the way, major news regarding Game 5. the Cleveland Guardians put out a statement today that the time of the game, this is the third different start time for Game 5, by the way. This is the third and final game time for Game 5.
First, right?
1:08 p.m.
Sheesh.
Saturday.
I think it was 4 first.
It was 4:38.
Then 8.
Then 8:08, and now 1:08.
Because of impending weather.
And
So
you said it's what? Because of what?
Because they don't want to go up against the Ohio State game at night.
That's a joke. They would blow that game away.
No. What? I don't think so. It's Cleveland and Detroit. All of Cleveland's watching Ohio State.
Right. Facts.
They don't watch
You know what?
the
I've
game.
asked. Let me put this out there. I've asked 8 people, 8 friends of mine. Let's go. Let's go to the game. Not one of them wants to go with me. Not one person wants to go
Cleveland?
to the game with me. Yeah, to take a ride.
Yeah.
2.5 hours to
Baloney.
Cleveland.
I'd go.
Baloney.
Yeah, sure.
No, I'd love to go. I can't go. But so yesterday I was rooting for the Yankees to win because my daughter has a skating competition tomorrow. She has like 2 skating competitions all year. One of them just happens to be tomorrow at 4:30. And so when I initially thought this game was at 4:38, I said, just kill me now. I mean, just kill me now. So then it was, okay, Yankees win. So then it's at 8:08.
Yankees win.
So then the game, they moved the game to 8:08. I'm like, okay, 8:08, we got it. And now even better, 1 o'clock.
It's not better. Because Nicole's going to be saying, let's go. We got to leave. It's an hour early. Sorry, honey, it's the 7th inning. No,
a good point.
it's extra innings. I'm not going. You're worse off now than you've
think
ever
so?
been. Yes.
That's when it gets intense.
I hate that clock.
You'll be the ice rink
The clock
itching.
always goes against you when the wife has something for you to
Right.
do.
It's like the apple,
man.
it's like the apple cider. The apple.
That's a fact.
Always something.
You're
That is a
screwed,
fact.
man.
Right. So for this game 5, and look, I think it's a major story. Now, we did not know this at the stadium last night, but Kerry Carpenter left the game because of an injury. Yeah. That is a huge blow to the Tigers' offense. When
You said loud something came
so
up already.
with the guys I'm with, my buddies, and we see Jace Young.
Yeah.
And remember in Naked Gun, the movie Naked Gun with Liam Neeson, when the ball's thrown down the
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. Yeah, what did I say?
If Liam Neeson was in that movie,
Is it
it would have had a completely different
Take it on the plane.
I am here for you.
There's a part in the movie where there's a strike thrown right down the middle of the plate, and the umpire says, "Ball 1," and that big fat cop or whatever, he says, "Ball," and he's just so like, "Ball." I see Chase Young coming out for Kerry Carpenter, and I'm like, Young.
You did the Soldier Boy.
I was like beside myself.
Drake.
And then you're like, wait a minute. AJ Hinch knows what he's doing. In AJ we trust. Lo and behold.
On the broadcast,
The
you can
hamstring.
see he was wincing when he rounded.
It was an injury.
But yeah, everybody in the stadium said they
My
couldn't
buddy
see it.
called me, and he's like, you know what happened to Carps? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, are you home watching it? You tell me what the hell
Right,
happened to
that's
him. And he
true.
told me he pulled up lane, coming across home plate. Went right into the clubhouse.
That's tough. That's
Sucks.
tough. It sucks, but it depends on what type of hamstring injury it is. Those are different tears. We talked to Dr. Jeff Pierce about this, and I've experienced them as well. There's different grades. If you got a grade 1, that's kind of day to day. You put some ice, some heat on that thing, and you just have to manipulate how you run. Luckily, it's baseball. You can get around not having to use full speed. But if you're grade 2, grade 3, you're gonna be down for a week or so. But grade 1, he can manipulate that thing by Saturday.
You know what he has to be, right? He's got to pull a Gibby. Call him out
Gibby.
after he's getting his leg worked on. Call him out in the 8th inning. All right, Carps.
Right.
All you got to do is hit this damn ball. Hit it and go like John Wayne around those bases like Kirk Gibson did in 1985.
Funny story, not to cut you off, Brian. I subbed in Sticks
Shoot, the
softball
88.
league. I subbed in Sticks softball league maybe a couple years ago, and I hadn't done exercise in a long time, man. I hadn't gotten off the couch or anything. Playing this baseball thing, and I think I'm still, in shape. I think I'm still
In baseball shape.
100%, 30 years old. So I go out there as I'm trying to get to first base, tweak my hamstring, but I felt it was a tweak. I just manipulated how I played the rest. Stayed on first base, knew not to exert too much energy. You know how to compensate, for lack of a better word, and that was me being old and out of shape. He's a professional baseball player.
You've never been out of shape.
Word. I'm not now.
You've never been.
I was then. I had the beer belly and everything.
Did you?
I was like the skinny beer belly, like
Wow.
skinny arms, but
That's
you know,
funny.
I could fake like I was in shape.
You know, I think, too, regardless of what happens in Game 5, what happened last night changes the track of the Tigers moving forward for me, anyway. My confidence level in the Tigers moving forward, because had they won last night and you can send Tarik Skubal out to the mound in Game 1 at Yankee Stadium and kind of set the tone against the Yankees, that to me is a much bigger deal for me. Anyway, I could be totally wrong about that, but if you add, you know, you could go 1, 4, and 7 with Skubal. Now it's basically just Game 3 and a Game 7 if you get to a Game 7. So you absolutely could have had Skubal guaranteed twice if you win last night. Now you only have Skubal guaranteed once against the Yankees. So last night's game is huge on so many levels.
Yankees are happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yankees are very happy.
Yeah, it is, and you kind of like listening to you. I almost don't want to ask the question, but I'll still throw it out there. Just playing devil's advocate. You know, I think a lot of people were still waiting for the Detroit Tigers to lose, especially people that are not in the city. They were just waiting for the magic to end, the clock to strike 12. But now, if Detroit goes on the road, whether Tarik Skubal was pitching or not, which he is, and beat the Cleveland Guardians in Cleveland on the road, does it change what the thoughts are about this team? Like, maybe this team is for real. Maybe this team can go get it done on the road. Maybe this gives them that next whatever they need. Because if they go on the road, I think that's got to say something about this team's resilience, if you will.
Without question.
They haven't lost 2 in a row in the playoffs yet. So
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
I mean, without question, I do. And I don't feel as confident as I did in Game 2, though.
Okay.
With Skubal going on the mound. To me, and look, I love Tarik Skubal. I just got to see it first. And by that, I mean, you know, he's never pitched more innings. He's never pitched as many innings as he has this year in his career. And now he's got to do it on 4 days rest. I really believe that is a big deal. Maybe he can't go 8 or 9. Maybe he's only good for 6. You just have no idea how it's going to shake out. But Tarik Skubal has not been asked to pitch on 4 days rest many times in his career, if ever, to be honest with you. And I haven't done that math. I haven't gone back and looked.
He hasn't.
But I cannot remember a time where Tarik Skubal has had to pitch on 4 days rest.
3 days, yeah.
Well, 3 days, but it's the 4th day. You know, it's every 5th day, I guess. So this is the 4th day. Yeah. You understand what I'm trying to say, though. So we'll see what happens. And if Carpenter's out of the lineup, who's going to hit for this team? Who's going to hit the ball out of the ballpark? Because that's a big deal.
Zach McKinstry.
Well, I'm telling you.
Matt
guys
Vierling's got to
up.
step his game up.
Yeah.
Matt Vierling has been a 0 for this series. He's got to step his game up.
At the
They
plate,
need him.
anyway.
Stephen Kwan is killing him. Absolutely killing him. Stephen Kwan's hitting almost 500 in this series. Amazing.
And Stephen Kwan, I believe he led the American League in hitting this year with a .337 average. He's as
Was
good
an
as it
all-star,
gets.
yeah.
He is one of the toughest outs in baseball, Stephen Kwan, and he has been all year long. I kept, as that lineup was wrapping around last night, I'm like, you got to get this guy out because Kwan's got a bat with nobody on base because you know he's going to put the ball in play and he's probably going to get a hit. He's talking about Stephen Kwan. Here he is after the game.
I mean, Detroit's a real big field. I saw the angle. I saw how hard he hit it. I didn't want to, just assume that it was going to go out, but I knew he hit that pretty well. So once I saw that go over, it was a pure blackout. It was awesome. Yeah, I always talk about it all the time. I mean, guys who come off the bench and pinch hit, that's a hard job. I mean, trying to stay ready throughout the whole game. I mean, we had guys pinch hit in the second inning, then we have guys that pinch hit late. You kind of always have to be ready. It's almost like a reliever mentality with that. Yeah, Voter talked about just, passing the baton, not being the hero, trusting your teammates to do the job. It's a team sport for a reason. So just trying to get on base, create some havoc, trust the guys behind me. I mean, energy is energy. Obviously, we hear the boos and we kind of hear the trash talk, but I mean, we'd prefer that than an empty stadium. These are meaningful games and they're a lot of fun. So, excited to get back to Cleveland. Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, I can barely put it into words. It's going to be a good one. I mean, I know they'll show up. I would tell them we need them there, but they're already going to pull up and make it real loud. Cleveland knows what to do.
So that's Stephen Kwan, hell of a player, Stephen.
Yeah, he's a
Kwan.
heck of a player, man. Like every time I look up, he's getting a hit, and I swear to God, I'm in the car a lot of times when I'm listening because I like to listen to Dan Dickerson call the games, and as soon as I hear Stephen Kwan's name, I was like, "Oh, is it gonna be a double or is it gonna be a single?" Like he's gonna get a hit. They gotta find a way to pitch him, and I think that's the magic of AJ. Like he's got to find a way to give him that advantage on the Tiger side with the bullpen.
Do you feel? How do you feel about Game 5? Just put it out there. How do you feel about Game 5? Are you confident? Last check, the Tigers were a slight money line favorite.
Why not? They have the
in
ace.
this game?
They have the Cy Young Award winner.
Well,
Triple Crown winner.
And again, I agree. My problem is who's going to hit. Tarik Skubal cannot hit.
Yeah.
We got 6 runs, 7 runs the last 2 games.
I understand
The
that.
Tigers
I
are
don't
capable.
think you do.
How many runs is Kerry Carpenter
Well, I
accounted
mean,
for?
Kerry Carpenter hit a 3-run homer off of Emmanuel Clase in the 9th inning. I mean, I understand that's one bomb. Okay, I understand that, but it's not like you're putting together some offensive output.
Yesterday they did.
Yeah, he's
Yesterday
not a.
They
was-
looked good on offense yesterday.
Yeah.
Did they leave guys on base?
Yeah.
They did.
1 of 11.
Skubal, if he's on, he's not giving up more than a run.
Do you think that do you think I'm crazy about questioning? I think Tarik Skubal Game 2, I was 100% confident that he was going to shut him down. I was 100% confident that he was going to shut him down in Game 2. I was like, this is an automatic Tigers win, going to shut him down.
Okay.
Tarik Skubal Game 5, I'm a little bit more leery of.
Well, here's the way I look at it. Game 1, the Tigers got shut out. Game 2, they were shut out for 8 innings. 8 innings. This time, I see their offense better than what it was in Game 1 and 2. That's why I believe the Tigers will put 3-4 runs up tomorrow.
Oh, then it's
and
over.
win it
If
3-1.
If they
3
do
to
that,
nothing.
it's over.
I'm telling you, it's over. The Tigers are going to win tomorrow. They are going to win tomorrow.
KG.
Yeah, and then you assume that you're going to see Matthew Boyd again because he was the last pitcher that came in after Tanner Bybee. You notice Tanner Bybee in this previous start, he was off a little bit, and the Tigers were able to time him up and get some hits off of him. They weren't able to do that in Game 1. So you think this is the second time you seeing the guy. It is going to be on the offense. Ryan, I totally agree with you. It's a lot to ask for Skubal to go out there and give you another scoreless outing, but I don't think he needs to go scoreless. I think he needs to limit the damage, and your offensive players have to step up. Like we said, Matt Vierling 0 for 5 last night. That's not going to work. 1 for 11 in runners in scoring position. That's not going to work. Trey Sweeney had a lot of opportunities to open that game up last night. He couldn't do it. Your young guys have to step up.
RBI, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But in particular, Torque, if you're not going to have Kerry Carpenter, you need Torque's power in that lineup. He has to step up, and Green has to step up as well.
Yeah, and this is why I asked that question. Are we playing with house money? Because the reason why I asked that is, look, these guys have had a series under their belt. They've beat the Houston Astros. They've had hits and moments. They've had to deal with adversity in this playoff so far. They're no longer kids. I understand it's only been, 8 games or so they've played or whatever. They're no longer kids. They have to step it up in this series. So I don't think it's house money because they've seen the plays, they've seen the things, and they got to make it happen out there. No more house money. You guys are here. Like, you're here now. You're in the dance.
Guys, we're going to stick with some baseball. We'll show you what happened with the Yankees game last night. Also, the Dodgers and Padres tonight in the Game 5. Winner gets the Mets in the NLCS with, by the way, Saturday, or is it? It's Monday.
What a Monday to New York.
Monday.
Is there beef with the Yankees?
Who?
Between 2 players? I mean, we can talk about it when we get back.
Monday might be the greatest single day in sports history in one city. Find me a better day. We'll show you that, too, coming up. But first, a message from the Boys and Girls Club of Southeast Michigan.
Join the best youth football league in Metro Detroit. It's the Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan, and it's the 3C Sports League. You need to register for this at bgcsm.org. Now, all coaches are trained and certified, and they do undergo background checks, so your kids are in great hands. And then when you register, equipment, meals, and transportation are included, all for a chance to play at Ford Field, home of the Detroit Lions. So, sounds like the place to me. Put the youth back in youth sports. Sign up 3C Sports League. Time to get in shape because your fitness is essential, and that's what Planet Fitness understands. Home of the squeaky clean gym. Membership has all trainers included with that membership. Also, 50 locations around metropolitan Detroit. So it's the gym. It's the gym everybody's going to. It's the gym for you, and it's also fitness that fits in your budget. So do yourself a favor. Join Planet Fitness today.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports.
Prove that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness. We're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test, that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today. Wow.
Why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Hey guys, dreaming of a new home but feeling the financial pinch? Mark White and Associates, your trusted real estate experts, are here to help. Mark White and his team will pay up to $5,000 of your closing costs. That's right, $5,000. Give them a try today. Call them, 248-290-8242. Hit them up online as well, markwhitesells.com. Again, that number, Mark White and Associates, 248-290-8242 to make your dreams come true.
Want to look good this weekend? Well, walk in any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, enjoy a $20 haircut special. Scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Just scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome. Tigers game is 1:08 Saturday afternoon. It is the standalone game on Saturday.
What channel? You know, it's
TBS.
TBS.
There is the winner will go to New York. New York Yankees beat Kansas City Royals. Kansas City lost like 7 or 8 games in a row at home. They hadn't won a game at home since like early September.
Sheesh.
And Bobby Witt did not have a good ALCS, and he stood in the Royals dugout last night and watched the Yankees celebrate.
Not a big game player.
Neither did Aaron Judge. Hey, neither did Aaron Judge, and it looked like he was mad and jealous that Giancarlo Stanton found his bat somehow.
I'm so happy he found it.
He's
Now, Judge
you say you like his swing. Pause. Like
his swing.
It's so compact that it's nasty.
It's just so good.
It's violent, but it's
I just love watching him. I just love watching that guy.
I love watching where the ball goes.
Just so violent.
Yeah, it's
just so violent.
It's quick
Juan
twitch.
Soto to me is
he is going to make a
unbelievable.
lot of money.
$600 million.
He probably will.
$600 million.
Yankees or the Mets?
Let me hear it here, Pete Spivak. Yankees win. Yankees win.
2 outs, no one on. The Yankees are 1 out away. And Weaver deals to Coryell. A high fly to center. This is it. Judge is there. He makes the catch. Ball game over. American League Division Series over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
Hell of a job. That's a really good club over there that played us really tough. And you guys just played a really good brand of baseball for these 4 games. We get to go play for a pennant now. Yeah. The next step along the way, we got a couple more of these. Enjoy tonight. Way to go, boys.
Aaron Boone's post-game speech to his team before the celebration begins, and now it's time.
Is there a manager left playing for his job more than Aaron Boone?
He don't. They never fire him. him and Cashman, they got some lifelong deal or something with the Steinbrenner boys because, I don't know, man. You know, he's got a lot of personalities there that he got to coach up and manage. I understand, but it's a flawed team. They're playing good right now. I never in a million years thought that they'd even make it to the ALCS, and they're pleasantly surprising me. They're there, and, hey, a Subway Series, Bray, like you told me, is still out there.
Yeah, it definitely is still out there, man. It seems like anybody could be a team of destiny pretty much in this postseason. Just a quick question about the American League. Are the Yankees a byproduct, or is this – how is it – let me rephrase it. How has the American League playoffs been for you, man? Have we seen a bunch of bad baseball teams fight it out?
It's not been great.
That's how I feel. And I'm not trying to poop on anybody that's in the playoffs. It just seems like average teams like hacking at it.
Yep. Even though because we're Tiger fans, we're thinking these games are good, really good. But in reality, you're seeing average. 25 pitchers. You're seeing guys that are hitting 200 come up and become heroes. It's a different kind of watch. That's all I got to say. It's a different watch.
How about Monday in the city of New York? You've got Game 2 of the NLCS, the Mets and either the Dodgers or Padres. Later that night, you've got either the Guardians and Tigers at the Yankees for Game 1 of the ALCS. And then you've got the Jets and the Bills on Monday Night Football. Has there been a single day in sports more crucial and important and fun for a single city?
I got to double check it, but can the Mets be home?
No, they're not.
The Padres win?
No, because the Padres were the division champs.
No, they weren't. The Dodgers
the Dodgers were.
Yeah.
No, it's Dodgers. Padres are the home team.
So there won't be three.
The Mets were the Mets were the last team in.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. I've got one day to compare to this day. I might have topped it too. I'll take you back to 1986. It's Game 7 of the World Series between the Mets and the Red Sox. It gets rained out on Sunday. I've got tickets for it.
Oh,
rained out. We're going to play it on Monday. Oh, man. I got a date on Monday. And I got Giants and Redskin tickets for Monday Night Football at Giants Stadium. I'm not passing this date up because I was going to be okay. I was going to have a good time with this date. Okay? I wasn't. So listen,
man's was sacrificing that movie. He had some play on the floor.
That is the greatest way I've ever heard.
This was a day.
Leisure Suleri.
You know what time it is. That's going to be okay.
Listen, I don't give a damn that my Mets were playing a Game 7 in the World Series. I gave my ticket to my friend Eddie Lopez to go with the other guys. Go with Mike and Andy. Go have a good time. I'm spending the day with this girl, Catherine. And we went to New York that day, got my hair cut with her. It was so
good old Kathy.
We had dinner. Then we went to Giants game, saw the Giants, the Redskins. The stadium erupted when the Mets won the World Series. All the Giants were looking around and say, what the hell was going on? Because they got bigger cheers than the game. And then back to Bayonne, I went, and it was a great night. That's all I bet it was.
Kathy, your wife?
No.
Oh.
That's a good one. That guy good. That boy good.
I gave up Game 7. Mets and freaking Red Sox. And you know what happened? I went to see the freaking Giants and Redskins with Catherine.
You saw something else, too.
I
You saw another game, too, I bet.
So that's a day, man. There's a day.
Guys, Dodgers and Padres tonight.
I didn't get a lot of action in my day. I had to take advantage.
You're right. I was gonna be okay that night.
All right. Either way,
I've never heard that.
Oh man.
I'm gonna start using that.
I love you, man.
I'm playing.
I'm no Braylon.
Dodgers and Padres tonight, Game 5.
The good old secret
Darvish
sauce.
and Yamamoto. This is how the season started, fellas.
Right.
What do you make of this one? Who do you want to win?
Are you kidding?
Let me say, who do you want to win? Who do you think is going to win? And obviously, the Dodgers-Yankees is the best matchup for baseball, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they want. It's not what I want. I said the Padres were my pick in the National League. I want to see them play the Mets. I hate the freaking Dodgers. Who can root for them? How do you root for that team with everything they have? They'll probably go out and get Juan Soto next year. They are a gluttony of riches. And yeah, I'm a Yankee fan. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
They're gluttonous as well.
Yeah.
This out-gluttons what the Yankees have ever done. I would never root for the freaking Dodgers.
You are a complete hypocrite. They went and got A-Rod when they already had a team full of Hall of Famers.
Right.
They went and got A-Rod.
Roger Clemens.
Roger
okay.
Clemens. Stacked the deck.
I don't care.
Johnny Damon.
This guy over here. What? It's Giambi.
Right.
Deck stacker.
The Giambino.
Stealing Giambi from poor Oakland.
Oh, poor Oakland.
Mike Piazza.
I want the Dodgers because I want to see Shohei in the big time. It just is what it is. Like when you have the best players in the sport, you want to see them all the way to the end. Whether
Let
it's
him go visit his
LeBron,
friend
whether
in
it's
jail.
Jordan, whether it's Jeter, you just want to see those guys in the places. So I want to see Ohtani, and I think they're gonna win. The Padres made one mistake. They let arguably the best player in baseball wake his bat up and wake his game up. Mookie Betts. That's the one player. It's kind of like the Tigers yesterday. Ramirez, keep his back quiet, because at any minute it could explode, and that's what happened with Mookie Betts in these last two games. They woke the Giant up, so I think Dodgers close. Although Padres has been a good ride, I think Dodgers close them.
Tatis's big mouth might have gotten
Mookie Betts
them beat.
wasn't trying to hear it.
I think this is going to be a classic. I'm rooting for a classic tonight.
Yeah.
A back and forth, like a 6-5 game with Ohtani or somebody, Ohtani
Extra
or
innings maybe.
Ohtani or Machado just ended the game late or something like that. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I don't have a feel for this one. I do think it's good for baseball to have a Yankees-Dodgers World Series.
Judge Ohtani?
You're right. Can you imagine if you're sitting there, you're a network executive. Okay, you're a network executive. You have in the LCS, you have the Dodgers, or the teams you have left. You have the Dodgers, the Mets, the Yankees, and then you end up with Tigers and Padres.
They would be sick.
Rematch.
They would be sick. Throw the papers.
I mean, you're sick to your stomach at that point if you're a network executive, I would think. You're so close to Judge versus Ohtani or a Subway Series or, something like that.
You get Wenzel Perez against Jackson Bell.
Yeah, exactly.
Premier matchup.
Oh, my God.
Speaking of superstars, we can't leave out Francisco Lindor and Tom Mazurek. And it's crazy. It seems to happen around this time for him. He did the same thing when he was with the Indians. What was it, October 6, 2017? Hit the grand slam that got them past the Yankees. It just does it so effortlessly.
And classy.
100%.
Stay classy, baby.
I hate when people make it classy because then that makes it seem like the other individuals in baseball aren't classy. So I never
They got
like
no
that.
class.
What I would say is,
Call me when you have no class.
What is that movie?
That's the line I was thinking of.
It's Friday for sure. You can tell it's a Friday show.
School with Rodney Dangerfield. Back to school.
Well, call me sometime when you have no class.
No respect, I tell you. No respect.
My analogy wasn't going to be any better because I was going to say this. You guys are idiots. You guys are idiots.
So good.
Friday, man.
The class thing. I think he just does it normal. It's like a Barry Sanders type thing. It's like, all right, cool. I've been here a million times. This is what I do for a little flip. But they said Barry had class, so yeah, whatever.
It's great baseball. Let's watch it. It's going to be 9-8 tonight.
Right.
9-8.
I was going back to the March game in Korea.
14-10.
It was 15 to 11.
Wow.
I'm telling you guys, bet the over tonight. That's your one bet I'm giving you. Bet the over in the Dodgers-Padres
Who hits
game.
a home run?
Everyone.
Everybody.
Everyone's hitting one.
1 through 9.
You know
Those
one
pitchers
person
aren't
that
going
can't
to
hit
make
home
it.
runs? I'm surprised.
Listen.
Like, Manny Machado hasn't hit a home run in Lord knows how long.
Neither one of those
Like,
pitchers
he
make
might
it to
be
3.
due tonight.
They will not make it to the 3rd inning.
Oh, my God. It's
Yamamoto
so
will be out before the 2nd inning. So.
He was chased in the first.
Japan, stand up.
But guys, we'll get to the Lions top of the hour. In the meantime, I do want to take a look. Last night, the 49ers and Seahawks played. Boy, the Seahawks.
The fix was in. Jordan Mason, the fix was in.
I don't know if this was more of a game about the San Francisco 49ers or more of a game about the Seattle Seahawks. But my goodness, Seattle, and again, granted, I saw the third quarter, the midway through the third quarter and the fourth, so I didn't see everything I think it was like 16-3 at halftime. I didn't see any of that. I was driving home from the game. But Seattle, every time they had a chance to make a play, I mean, it was just a Geno Smith turnover.
It was a tale of two halves because it wasn't just on Geno Smith. Look, Geno Smith had some turnovers, but the receivers weren't doing the right thing. The coaching staff was god-awful in that third, especially the fourth quarter. It was a tale of two halves. The first half, the San Francisco 49ers looked like they were the team that was just going to put the foot on them, but San Francisco didn't look that good in the second half either. They made some plays. They gave Seattle every opportunity they could to win that game or to come back in that game, and Seattle was just off. They were undisciplined. Kenneth Walker III, like, what the hell are you doing on DK Metcalf touchdown? Offensive coordinator and Geno Smith are going tick for tack. Part Geno, part offensive coordinator. I thought they were just very disorganized in the second half, and they were very sloppy. Cost them the game. San Fran, they didn't look like a world beater in the second half either. I'm
the kiss of death to Seattle because when they were 3-0 in Detroit and they hung with Detroit, I'm like, wow, Geno Smith is having, I think, his best year I've ever seen him play. Wow, Mike McDonald is a great coach. DK Metcalf, man, how do you not get him the ball? What a running game. What a two-headed monster they've
DK
got.
Metcalf and Mike McDonald, they hugged after the game. He's got
so
a guy
great.
now.
Canine and who's the backup from UCLA? Zach
Charbonnet.
Wow, they got it all. Since then, they have lost to the Lions, the Giants, and now the 49ers. And the game
it looked
wasn't
really
even that
bad
close.
doing it.
The game wasn't even that close. They ran back a 100-yard kickoff. Only the second kickoff return, by the way, on the new dynamic kickoff.
Cardinals, but in the same division, too. The Cardinals had the other one.
And I'll tell you, man, the NFL is going to start – they're going to change the rule.
And they should.
Change it back.
They're going to make it, instead of you want to kick it out, you're not getting it on the 30 anymore.
40.
You're going to get it on the 35 or 40. That'll make them kick it in the zone so you return it. I bet you they do it this year before the season's over.
Really?
I bet you they change it. Oh, yeah, there's rumblings.
You know, the NFL doesn't like automatic plays. That's
Correct.
why they changed the extra point. Because the extra point was an automatic. They just want to essentially outlaw anything automatic,
easy,
like an automatic touchback. You know, you get it at the 20. Now you get it at the 30. So we'll see what happens. San Francisco I watched San Francisco play, and they made some plays at the end of the game, but they just don't scare me like they once did. And maybe the element of Christian McCaffrey will change that. And Deebo Samuel had a great game by the numbers last night, but they just don't scare me like they did last year.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
That's a fact.
And this is what we kind of knew going into the season. You know, San Francisco was a team.
We all called it.
100%, we all did. When you have all the weapons, when you have Christian McCaffrey, who was the best offensive player, not naming quarterback, but just best offensive player, and even including quarterback, to be honest, he's the best offensive player in the league. You mix that with Kittle, one of the best tight ends still in the league. You mix that with Ayuk, who had his coming out party, because you got Deebo Samuel over there, so he's seeing one-on-one coverage, and you still had a good offensive line. In fact, damn good offensive line makes it that much easier to get things done. You guys are in unison. Every game is a free game, essentially, for Kyle Shanahan, who's a genius behind CMC. But you start taking pieces off the board, and now it turns into something else. You remove Christian McCaffrey from this team. They don't have him. Mason, a good backup, but he's a backup. And then you have the friction of Brandon Ayuk, the friction of Trent Williams, the same thing we've talked about. Kyle Shanahan start to sense that Oh, shoot. Because people are tired of Kyle Shanahan at the end of the day. Yes, you keep getting there, but you can't get over the hump. What's that? What's the reason? It's a lot of tension. I've been in these places before, and guys are just, everything is a pressure cooker. Every play, every call, every meeting seems to be just completely full of tension, and that's what you're seeing with the 49ers. They're going to implode before the season's over.
But George Kittle is still he's a beast, man.
Man,
the guy's playing hurt every week.
Every year.
His body is breaking down right before your eyes. And then you look at a guy like Mark Andrews, who is a complete ghost. He has already got his Halloween costume on. He's had it on since the end of August. He is a ghost. He's invisible. It's the injuries on these tight ends. I mean, Mark Andrews was a top-of-the-line guy.
2 years ago.
They don't even throw to him anymore. Maybe one or two passes a game. But I'll tell you, man, Kittle playing hurt, 2 touchdowns, not a lot of yards, 2 touchdowns. I love the whole receiver thing. You watch them on Receiver on Netflix. You see Claire, his wife. They have such a great relationship. It just makes you want to root for the guy. How do you not root for George Kittle? And I love Brock Purdy, man. 3 touchdowns last night. Good comeback game for him. On the road, tough environment, short week. They got it done, and we'll see. They have another running back now that ran about an 80-yard run on one play.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot his name, but he's going to have to step up now because how long does it take Mason to come back from an AC sprain?
AC sprains usually 4 to 6 weeks. It just depends on each individual. Sometimes it can be 2 weeks. Once again, it depends on the grade of it. I had AC joint my rookie year. I had the first preseason game I played in. I got smacked by the Carolina Panthers, and then 2 weeks later, I was back in there, and I started on the opening day. But in 2 to 4 or 5 weeks, depending.
I guess they rushed McCaffrey back now, right? Because
he's
due
not
back
coming
like
back.
Oh, no, he ain't coming.
He
know,
was the
but I'll tell you,
tendinitis.
if you look at the NFC West division,
falling apart.
It's a losing division.
Well, it's San Francisco and Seattle at 3-3. Then it's Arizona at 2-3, and the team in last place, 1 game back in the loss column, is the LA Rams at 1-4. Their schedule is going to ease up a little bit, and they're going to get all their guys back healthy in about 2 weeks. Do not discount the LA Rams in this division right now, because that is a team, if they get healthy with this schedule lightening up, they've got the Raiders and the Seahawks and the Dolphins and the Patriots.
Winnable
They've
games.
got the Saints.
Games.
I mean, they've got a little bit of – they've got some time here to get things together, and they've got some tough games. The Eagles at home, that's not a, LA should be a favorite in that game, I would think. The Eagles are a mess.
They are.
So I would not discount the LA Rams right now in that division. I would just
don't be surprised if the Cardinals win it either. I mean, just being real.
Yeah,
I would definitely be surprised.
Look, I like Arizona. I like Arizona's talent. I don't like their coach.
You like Gannon? He ain't doing it for you?
I don't know, man. They don't play any defense.
Yeah.
He seems like he's one of those offensive guys that only cares about the offense. And I just don't think that makes for a good head coach.
Yeah. Also, too, I think, Ryan, you said this. I just want to expand on it. They lost Aaron Donald. Now, it doesn't just affect necessarily how great they are on defense, but it affects the players. The players are used to having 99 in the middle, and they didn't realize how much 99 affected the rusher, affected other eyes to make their job a little bit easier. So they're learning as they go. 99 was like that for a reason.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
You mentioned Saints. You see who's starting for the Saints?
Yeah.
Spencer Rattler.
Jesus Christ. He done found a way to the NFL.
Who do the Saints play this week?
Right.
How?
It don't make sense.
I got to see who the Saints are playing this
I know who
week.
they play. Oh, shoot. Tampa.
Oh, yeah. At home. I wouldn't mess with the
game of
Saints
the
this week. I'm just saying.
Really?
I would not mess with the Saints
He can
this
come
week.
and be funky.
Look,
He can get out the pocket.
I watched some preseason because I wanted to see some of these quarterbacks too, and Rattler can play. He had a really nice preseason. He had a really nice preseason.
Remember when the Lions won the preseason Super Bowl? They were 4-0.
Yeah.
Remember that year?
0-16, right
I
there.
do.
Tim Boyle had a pretty nice.
I think we hung a banner.
Like LeBron's.
Where's that freighter trophy?
Good old Rod Marinelli.
They split
in
the
the shovel.
rounds.
His shovel is sharp, or his pick is sharp. His shovel is deep.
You guys, how you guys gonna attack this weekend with the baseball and the football?
Yeah.
Anybody got any plans?
I'm locked in, baby. I'm locked in on baseball. I don't give a damn. There's nothing else going on to me. It's baseball, but when it's over at 4:30, then it's up for grabs after that.
I'm just glad Michigan doesn't play this week.
Yeah, thank God.
I'm glad Michigan. I can't take it. I can't take any more disappointment.
What's the next game?
Illinois.
Illinois.
I know it ain't been a good year for Ryan.
The Fighting Bielmas?
The Bielmas. Hey, that team is better than you thought. Shoot, Michigan was really good 2 years ago. They almost lost to Illinois. Yeah. Keep that in mind. Don't sleep on this team.
Big Ten's got some good coaches in it. You know, you look around some of these conferences and. You know, the conferences that are really deep have good coaches. You know, Luke Fickell is an upgrade at Wisconsin. Brett Bielema is an upgrade at Illinois. Matt Rule is an upgrade at Nebraska, right?
Even Shiano's a good coach.
Shiano is an upgrade from what they previously had at Rutgers.
PJ Fleck does a decent job.
He's okay. You know,
he's in a bad spot.
Probably an upgrade from what they had.
Let me say something to you. I'd take P.J. Fleck right now here at Michigan. In a minute, I would take him.
Why?
Here. Because I think he would fit perfectly with this university. I mean, perfectly. I just believe that he has got it in him. He don't have the talent. He could come here, and I think he could recruit the hell out of this school. He is a salesman. He is a born salesman. I know he's a shyster and all of that. I like him. There's something about him that I like.
At some point.
Hey, at the end of the day, you got to be a little bit of a shyster. You know what I'm saying? To get your point across. Don't think Jim wasn't a little bit of a shyster.
You're damn
himself. Right. What PJ would do would be interesting, and I'm not saying I want PJ Fleck here because I probably don't, but somebody like that, they would come in here and make the school their own. And I think that's what Michigan needs. You need somebody that's not trying to come in here and do Jim Harbaugh, just like Jim Harbaugh wasn't trying to come here and be a certain thing. So you need somebody that will come in here, embrace the culture, embrace the tradition, embrace the winged helmet and all that comes with it. But at the same time, I'm not Jim Harbaugh, and I don't want to be. I think for as much as, you know, Sharon Moore says, smash, I'm be my own guy, I think he really just wants to be Jim, and he can't be.
You guys don't like him? Kenny, you don't
PJ
like Fleck?
I don't hate him. I'm just not ready to give up on Sharon just yet. But, I mean, if they were to go 6-6, then maybe it's on the table discussing whether you should fire him year one. But I want to hang with Sharon at least one more year just to see if he can get the recruiting to actually supplement what they need to do going forward.
I feel that, not to cut you off, Brian. Not to cut you off, and I get it, too. I want to support I want to support the brothers as well.
Yeah.
But I saw what I saw on the sideline against Washington. And look, I've been around some coaches. I've seen things. I've watched this game for a very long time. When you got guys in the moment that are struggling, when you got your players, it doesn't matter how guys are playing. When you see that your team is struggling, you got to do something to stop the bleeding. And there was moments and times he just did not step in and stop the bleeding on the road. I've seen all I need to see in that case. I don't think you get better from that.
You know, I
just don't think he has it.
Look, he's going to get another year.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about that. There's two different conversations going here. One, I've never been a PJ Fleck guy, and I think he's too gimmicky for me. You know, with the row your boat gently down the street.
It reminds you of Rich Rod.
You know,
if he were to come here, it's Rich Rod all over.
By the way, I was flipping around channels the other night. I saw some football game on a Tuesday night. It's freaking Rich Rod.
Oh, wow.
Jackson State.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like his
Tuesday night action?
Yeah. It said Jack State. I didn't know if it was Jacksonville State.
Jacksonville State.
It was like Jack's State. And I was like, oh my God, it's Rich
They're
Rod.
new in the FBS this year.
They put up like 60 points, whatever.
I bet they did.
I saw Rich Rod
so I've never been a PJ Fleck guy. He's too gimmicky for me.
Yeah.
You know, with the tie and the row your boat.
I think he looks great.
I just don't want my football coach wearing a tie. I think it's too gimmicky in 2024. I do. It's too gimmicky for me. It might work for him. I don't want my football coach wearing a tie. It's
with a sweater vest.
I like it.
I got a funny story about Rich Rod as we get to the top of the hour, Ryan. So when I was here, Rich Rod, obviously we know he tried to kind of displace the Michigan culture, kind of do his own thing. One of the things that he was trying to do
is he put the halo on? Okay.
He was trying to give away the number 1 jersey, Ryan, which now obviously Jim Harbaugh has let anybody wear it, but he was trying to give it away to a defensive player, and this is the first time ever. And so everybody reached out to me, hit me up, said, hey, this is what's going on up in Ann Arbor. So I happened to be in town. I go up and say, what's going on? Trying to change number 1 jersey. Well, I didn't really understand what's behind it. So you got a scholarship behind it, or I can't use it? How does that work? I said, well, it's tradition that the number 1 receiver in Michigan wears the number 1 jersey. It's not a defensive number. He said, all right, well, we just might have to change that.
Oh, wow.
That's how the meeting ended. I said, you know what? Your school, you do what you want. I said, but you'll get pushback. So come to find out, like, he ran that idea by a bunch of people, and he never used the number 1, right? So this is 2009 through 11 that he was
around there, yeah.
2012, I'm in Miami. I'm at the Fontainebleau. We're at the
Of course
Fontainebleau.
you are.
Oh. You know what I'm saying?
You're not at the Holiday Inn. I know that.
No, hell no. Hey, that was ludicrous. But yeah, we were at the Fontainebleau. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. And who do I see?
Rich Rod.
In the cabana across from me. Rich Rodriguez.
A couple of co-eds.
One. You know what time it was.
Right.
You know what time it was. I'll put the man
Bobby
business out here
Petrino
like
with
that.
him?
But I walked over to him. And he said, hey, I know what you're going to say. I didn't know what I was doing with the number 1. I'm sorry. Like, that's how he broke the ice. I was actually going over to crack a joke, so it ended up being this good moment. So I have no ill will toward Rich Rod. And he didn't get a fair shake, but at the time, he was tripping.
That's funny. Guys, I got to take a break, but I will give a quick thought on Sharon Moore. Before we get to our Lions coverage today, we'll also do our picks. Kenny G is,
yes, sir.
I don't even know what to say. He's
it's a
on
tough
fire.
week.
We have a new graphic for the
tough
picks.
week, huh?
We've got graphics.
We have a new graphic for the pick.
Yeah.
Week 6.
We have a new graphic.
We got
Thank
him.
you, Noah.
We got him. This guy here.
I'm playing. All right, guys, we'll take a break. When we come back, Dr. Jeff, but here's Dr. Jeff Pierce.
Well, he's not
I'm
here.
gassed. It's Friday. I'm gassed.
I hear you. One more hour.
Dr. Jeff, baby. You know it. It's Michigan Sports and Spine and Dr. Jeff Pierce, our good friend, our expert sports injury expert. You know it. Joins Big D Energy every Tuesdays with us on Thursdays. He trusts the guy that D-Mac and Braylon trust. Hell, we all trust him. He's got that secret sauce. You got to trust him. For more information, visit MichiganSportsAndSpine.com.
He was funny yesterday for that.
248-426.
You missed it, right? You missed it.
9944. Get your secret sauce. Call Dr. Jeff Pierce. And when you're done with that, get the bell. Kenny, where's the freaking bell?
I got you. Don't worry about it. Keep going. Keep going. I got you.
It's the Salvation Army Red Kettle. It's the campaign. You don't know how to do it. I'll tell you how to do it. It's very easy. Thank you, Kenny. RegisterTheRing.com. You know the bell. This is the way to go, guys. RegisterTheRing.com. Sign up for your shifts. Either going to do it right in front of a store. They call that a physical Red Kettle site. Or you have the option to do it at home. It's called a virtual bell ringer, and you can start making money right away. Traditional bell ringing doesn't start till Friday, November the 7th. It runs through Christmas Eve, but not on Thanksgiving and Sundays. To sign up for volunteer shifts, hit them up. RegisterTheRing.com. RegisterTheRing.com is the Salvation Army Red Kettle Campaign.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports.
Prove that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness. We're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test, that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today. Wow.
Why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment. from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
All right, man. Hey, I got the best long drink in the game right now. It's a gin-based cocktail made right here in the great state of Michigan, man. It is Taller by New Holland Brewing Company, man. New Holland small batch gin, 100% grapefruit for a fresh and delicious flavor. Taller, the Dutch long drink from New Holland Brewing Company, is shoulders above the rest. Taller is your local long drink.
And now Braylon Edwards for Soroki's Crispy Chicken.
I thought there was 2 reads, and then myself. My apologies, but you know what? It's all in good fun, but you know what isn't fun? It's these wings, because they're serious. These wings are serious. The new signature wings. We'll get some, man. That's what we'll do. Maybe how much time is. See if we can order some before the show is over. The signature wings are fire. The Parmesan, the garlic parm, they are fire. Lemon pepper as well. Teriyaki, honey barbecue. But they're known for the crispy chicken as well. Go pick that up with the honey biscuits, the pizza, and don't forget about the salads inside if that's your pressure.
And let me tell you about Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. Looking for a new car, a pre-owned car, need some service? Look no further than Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. They added that Buick GMC store about a year ago, located in Ferndale on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. And if you're looking for a Chevy or a Cadillac, look no further than Les Stanford in Dearborn, where they have been on Michigan Avenue for over 55 years. You can find the brand you want under one umbrella. LesStanford.com, LesStanford.com. Together, let's drive. Guys, before I get to some Lions talk, we had mentioned just a little bit of Michigan Wolverines talk. They have the week off. I just want to put a bow on some of that real quick. Just the stuff with Sharon. I'm probably not going to say anything you haven't heard before, nothing earth-shattering, but the point for Sharon more for me, why I think it's this year and next without major improvement, is for no other reason because we've not seen him do it anywhere else before. It's just much different when you are the man.
He's not a name that we know.
Well, it's got nothing to do with a name. It's what's the track record?
Right.
I need track record for me to really believe.
I get it.
And short of that, you got to cut your losses before it gets too far out of control, before it gets too far gone to where you have to recoup every piece of goodwill and every piece of talent that is going to leave your program in droves if this kind of stuff goes on for more than 1 year. If it goes on for 2 years, if it goes on for 3, well, I mean, you might as well just pack it up.
How long did they give Rich Rod?
Well, Rich Rodriguez got 3 years, but Rich Rodriguez was a very successful coach at West Virginia.
Yes.
People just didn't like him, and they sabotaged him. Brady Hoke was beloved at Michigan. He won as an assistant, went elsewhere, and was the head coach at Ball, 2 other places, and had success at those 2 places. So you're like, okay, this guy, let's give him some time. Jim Harbaugh obviously had success everywhere he had been other than Michigan early on. It's the only reason he got as long as he did.
Yeah, at the end of the day, there's a very difference in actually recruiting individuals yourself as a head coach and going through a full winter program, going through a spring ball, going through a summer program, going through a season, and then going through another off season. even though we give Sharon credit for some of those wins last year, he had one early on in the season. He had the 3 games. At the end of the day, there was not a 365-day period in which he was the main guy coaching. So there's, like Ryan said, there's no track record because we give him those games, but there's no recruiting in there. There's no putting a game plan together, putting a season together, kind of like being able to see what happens in adversity and adverse moments. So they'll give him this year. And if it doesn't look good early next year, Michigan will have to capitalize early and have to do what they have to do because the program needs to stay looking like they're dedicated to winning. If you allow that thing to foster through for a whole nother 12 games next year, that seems like you're not riding a serious wave and continuing the momentum that you've built through 2021 till now.
Let me say something, guys. First of all, I said it from the day one that I didn't want him as the head coach. I just didn't feel it. I didn't want it. Who would you have wanted in a perfect game, perfect thing? Who would you have brought over? Well, they brought over a guy that they thought all the kids on the team liked and respected. But in reality, what did he have? He didn't have any wide receivers. You got an all-world tight end. You have no running game. Donovan Edwards is not the running back we thought he was. He needs like a 2-foot, 3-foot hole to get through, and then he's gone. You got a guy in Khalil Mullings that was a defensive player. You have no quarterback. So what did they bring him? What did they keep him here for? For what continuity? There was nothing left. There's 5 guys, like you said, 4 guys that are going to go to the NFL. But you don't build a team around 4 guys. No. Yeah. The whole line left. There was nothing left. Why did they make this guy who had nothing with him coach this team instead of going out and getting a guy, and they would have been lining up in Ann Arbor to bring their people and their kids to this team? This team is going to win 7 games at the most this year.
Well, because Michigan is cheap.
Yeah, that's.
Don't cut me off. Hold on.
I'm sorry, man.
It's okay. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry, Bray. I'm just pissed.
I know. Go ahead.
I'm pissed because they're not going to. Even if they win 7 games, they're ugly, an ugly freaking 7. It's not the team. And don't let it go past this year. It's wrong. It ain't going to happen. But to me, you got to go out there and you got to get somebody that's going to bring their people here and bring their kids here. And, yeah, you got to spend some money. Otherwise, you're going down the tubes and you get laughed at.
So one thing that happened at Washington, too, that I didn't like, it's really a no big deal on the surface, but I think it's a huge deal when you look big picture. When that coach walked over and told a fan to shut the F up.
Yeah. Or you're going to get this.
That leads me to believe that everybody's out of control.
Correct.
That would never happen, I don't think, anyway. If I'm wrong about that, show me where it did happen. To a Nick Saban coaching staff member, to a Jim Harbaugh coaching staff member, to a even a Les Miles staff member. I mean, I think they fought each other, but they've never fought the fans. I mean, go to some and
that's embarrassing.
And I say that because Michigan, I consider to be an elite university. And you might think their football program is whatever, but
they're elite.
They're an elite university.
Okay.
We all know that.
Ohio State, their coaching staff would never do that. Hell, Penn State, James Franklin's staff would never do that. That leads me to believe you really don't have a grip on everything. You are not setting the tone for how it is to be there, that part bothers me a little bit because had this been an experienced head coach that's really got his fingerprints over everything, and that's why it's really hard to have a first-year head coach be your head coach. The guy's never been through this before. I just don't think Michigan is a job that you learn on the job with.
Right.
This is where it pisses me off. Okay, so finally, you know what? You guys have woken up. You woke me up.
Good.
You woke me up because I tried to be cool, tried to be cordial, tried to play the game. It's Ward.
Thank you.
And it starts here. Look, we can have our differences of opinion on Ward and Jim and what happened and blah, 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 yada, yada. You weren't prepared.
Oh.
And you knew that this was going to happen.
Bingo.
You were not prepared. You were not prepared for all of Jim and Ward, they don't seem to. He sure did hire Sharon Moore, who's Jim Harbaugh's next up and crony. So you don't love Jim, but you'll hire his crony, which means you don't have a fix on what Michigan needs. There was an individual that in 2008 told me he wanted to be the first black head coach at the University of Michigan.
Yep. Now he's not even with them.
Told me he wanted to be the first head
Mike
coach,
Hart.
black head coach. Told me, he said, the NFL, I'll go, but I know I'm a coach. This is what I want to do. Told me he charted a plan. He's coached at levels, different schools, around the Big Ten, around the ACC. Mike Hart did all the things that you were supposed to do, and we saw it last year where he wasn't really given a fair shake during here's the 3 games, and this is how we'll split them up. Let me give Jay Harbaugh a game. Right. Why the hell is Jay Harbaugh coaching? Oh, last name. Mike, even if he wasn't ready, he still charted a course that I respected more in terms of being a coach and under other coaches. At Indiana, he changed the coach in Indiana. How many times did they almost beat Michigan? Eventually, finally did beat Michigan. Like, this was at least a pick where I could have said, they did the homework and they brought somebody in that has a cachet, that has a track record, not just Jim's guy. They didn't do that. And now Mike Hart is, and never mind, that's a whole other story. That part is where it bothers me from Ward. Like, there was no reason to not be prepared. I don't care what it costs.
Dude, I agree with you.
It's the leaders and the best. You told me this was where it's at. In fact, I know where it's at because I believe in it. But you don't.
Hold on.
Because you're arrogant.
How much money did they make just last year on winning
load.
the national freaking
enough to get a damn competent coach in there.
Exactly.
Yep.
And a quarterback.
If you were going to spend money, that was when you spend the money.
No, go ahead.
Well, one of the things I was going to say is I hate being this harsh on Sharon Moore because it's not Sharon Moore's fault.
That's what I said, Ward.
That's exactly right, Braylon.
He can only do what he walked into.
Like, if you're up for a job,
you're not going to turn it down.
You're not going to say, no, I don't want that job, or I can't do that job. You're going to say, yes, I can do that job. You're going to believe in yourself, and you want a chance at that job. But that's where, the adult in the room has to say, no, this is a little bit more of a high-profile job than hiring a first-year head coach for this job. Maz, you said, who would you have brought in? I don't know that answer. I don't know that answer. But that's him. That's what Ward Manuel is paid to do. Mm-hmm. Ward Manuel is paid to have a list in his back pocket at all times with 3 or 4 or 5 names on it.
Yeah.
And to constantly be in contact with those names.
And while y'all all are not wrong, like I agree with everybody's arguments here, and we talk about, what Sharon can do this year and moving forward, it can all be fixed. And I hate to break it down in the simplest terms. It can all be fixed if you open the checkbook. This is something that Michigan has struggled with for years. This is something that, we keep relying on the image, the block M. Oh, people gonna want to come here because we won a national championship. No, we have to adapt or die. Look at Clemson, man. It's only a matter of time before it catches up to that coach over there as well. You exactly. You got a guy who, in Ward Manuel, who has struggled with this during the Harbaugh era and afterwards, and then you bring a guy like Santa Ono in, and he seems like he's on the more aggressive side. You got donors that would kill to donate to this school. Why don't we have a quarterback? After all this has happened, it makes no sense to me. But the one common denominator is they don't spend money. You keep trying to do an NIL fund instead of just outright paying for what you want, and it continues to hold this team back.
I agree, but I agree 100%. The other thing about that, if you're going to open a checkbook, you know what you do? You open it and spend it on a quarterback. You spend it on wide receivers. You spend it on offensive linemen that can block for that quarterback, such as Texas, such as Georgia. Excuse me. Sharon Moore is an offensive lineman coach who is still stuck in the Jim Harbaugh way of winning, which is running the football. Not going to work ever again in college football. Not going to work ever again in college football. So you got to get away from Bo Schembechler and Woody Hayes. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Those days are over.
Thank you.
Jim Harbaugh was the last one that could make that work because people still wanted to play for Jim Harbaugh's University of Michigan. Guess what? No longer exists. Sharon Moore is the offensive lineman coach. What does he know how to do? Run the ball. He knows nothing about having an A1 elite quarterback. Even if you did give him a quarterback, what the hell is he going to do with it?
And last point for me about this, Jack Tuttle starting, great. I get it, like whatever. Listen to me. If you are competing for a playoff spot in a national championship and you have a 26-year-old quarterback like Washington did last year or Oregon did last year, fine. I get it, and I'm all for it. If you're a 6 or 7 or even an 8-win team and you have a 26-year-old quarterback or 25-year-old quarterback, that does nothing for me. I'd rather be 6-6 with Jaden Davis than 8-4 with Jack Tuttle. I would.
What's the story with him? Is the rumor that his parents will not allow him to play?
That's what I've heard.
I would rather be 6-6 with Jaden Davis than 8-4 with Jack Tuttle.
Of course, but maybe they can't use him.
I was just about to say, this ain't back in the day. If a kid say, I ain't playing, I ain't playing.
Right, I understand that.
What happened to UNLV?
I just wanted to say my preference.
Oh, no, I agree.
But if all things are created equal,
right.
Yes, but it's a rebuild.
Right.
Rebuild, you bring the kid in.
But this can all be fixed in 1 year if they open the checkbook.
If all things are created
Portnoy's
equal.
got the $3 million out there.
And there's more Michigan donors besides that would line up to do that too.
Take the money.
That's what makes it so frustrating because Michigan is a school. We have plenty of donors that would do this for us.
The problem with when you get to that billionaire status, when you get to that $500,000,000 status, $500 million status, that type of money, it's all about power and control.
True.
You're not donating certain money. Like, Ryan, you know all about it. You got to leverage what it is. If I'm spending this, then I have this say and that say. And so you get too many people fighting
Say it
in the room.
again.
That's a problem too.
That's correct.
Because it's like, shoot, I have $70 million to give you, but unless I can do this, that, and the third, I'll keep my 70 over here and let you and watch you guys struggle. That's another power play.
Lions talk next. We'll go around the NFL. We'll do our picks. But first, a message from us here. Woodward in Maine kicks off our Lions game day with our show here. Terry Foster, Matt Broder, 8 a.m. to 9. Woodward in Maine, brought to you by Tangerine Space Machine, Taller, your local long drink, Sabbath Coffee, and Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Then stick around for the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame show. It's the New Holland Brewing Company pregame show, brought to you by our friends at Tangerine Space Machine, Taller, your local long drink, Sabbath Coffee, and Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Neil Rule, Sean Belegian, 10 a.m. to noon. Woodward Sports, Fantasy Sits and Starts, the latest injury report, inside scoop on the Detroit Lions. That's right, your number one sports network, Woodward Sports.
And you can fuel your Lions fandom with the perfect cup and become a subscriber of Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Whether you're gearing up for a big game or savoring a quiet morning, Sabbath Coffee Roasters has you covered with fresh, locally roasted specialty coffee delivered right to your door. Head to www.sabbathcoffeeroasters.com, choose your favorite roast, use the code word Woodward, and get 25% off your first subscription order. Awake and unwind, support local, and enjoy game day right with Sabbath Coffee Roasters. We'll be right back.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward in Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
To prove that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness, we're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test, that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today. Wow.
Why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports.
In any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
Listen, man, y'all got to cop some of this Woodward Sports merch, man. We are selling off of the shelves right now, man. Everything that you need for Lions, Tigers, Pistons, and Red Wings, man. Go to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab right now. Hoodies, tees, hats, everything guaranteed to turn heads. It's fall. Get your hoodie game on. Tigers still in it, y'all. Don't give up on them. We got all the gear that you need. But go to woodwardsports.com and click that shop tab.
Trying to get some money, man, right here with Caesar Sports.
Tell me about it.
They have this deal for you. $1,000 if you lose, up to at least $1,000. If you lose, guess what? You'll get your money back in the bonus. But this is what they're doing. But you got to use the code word, Woodward 1000. Scan the QR code above my head. If you place that bet and it doesn't hit, you get your money back in bonus bets. I'm telling you, this is what we do. We got these parlays going, time to make some money. Tonight's going to be a great night in sports. Tomorrow will be even better. When you heard Ryan talk about Monday, you got to find yourself a sports book to make that cash. That sports book would be Caesar Sportsbook.
I got faith in my guys to go out there and just make the play, move the sticks, and score touchdowns. Even if it ain't me, they lock in on somebody else going to make a play. So I really think that's like the main thing with that. I really think teams really got to stay away from that because we got so many playmakers. So they got to.
Detroit going right for Detroit all the time. That's what I love about the city. You come at Detroit, they're going to come at you. So I don't know if he learned his lesson. He probably hasn't, but he might still have fun with it.
A couple of different things going there, guys. Jamison Williams talking about the trust that he has in his teammates and his teammates having him. And then, I don't know if you guys caught earlier in the week, Equanimous St. Brown, Amon-Ra's brother, going after the city of Detroit. And then subsequently, the city of Detroit going after Equanimous St. Brown.
Got to know better, kid.
Yeah, pretty funny stuff. But I think the Lions have, as far as big games go early in the season, I think this is a show-me game, too, to themselves. Will it matter in the standings? Who knows? Of course, a win is a win.
NFC game.
The NFC game, don't want to be ridiculous or minimize that. But I think this game will say a lot to the Lions themselves about who they are and who they want to be this season. Coming off a bye, facing a team that you have had no success against since the year 2013, when a lot of these guys were still in Pee Wee football. Yeah. And there's some get back that they owe Dallas.
Yeah, definitely some get back that they owe Dallas. Look, this is just one of those games where. Can you guys do it? It's a mental thing at this point, for Dan Campbell, this team, the city of Detroit. It's a mental game for the Detroit Lions, and this is one of those games that'll let you know, like you said, what you really are. When you line it up on paper, Dallas Cowboys are nowhere near as good a team as the Detroit Lions. Coming into there, you got to understand that the way Detroit can run the ball with the offensive line, the way they've now found ways to get Jamison Williams going down the field, they're a much better team on offense. And then on defense, you even see them start to play on defense. Like they're in the top half of the NFL in terms of points scored at 20.3 or something around there. There's no way this Dallas Cowboys team should hang with you, but it's Jerry's world. But Dak has good Dak has good games at home, but they got CeeDee Lamb, but you never win. But there's all these things that can float. There's the ref. There's all these already put in play excuses for if the Lions lose. Like, this has had to be a game where they go down and they smash the Cowboys. You're not playing the Dallas Cowboys with Emmitt Smith. You're not playing the Dallas Cowboys and Roger Staubach to make Maz happy. You're not playing against Tom Landry. You're not playing against Jimmy Johnson. You're playing against a Mike McCarthy coached Dallas Cowboys that are an average team this year, and average is actually just being nice. Go down there and handle business. I don't really want to see a close game, if I'm being honest, but I'll take a win. Go down there and handle business because it's not the team, it's not the star, it's not the city, it's not the fans. You're playing against a team when you line it up on paper, have no business in the same stadium as you.
I can't wait for this game. It's the #1 Fox game. The big boys will be there. Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady, and the rest of the crew. 4 o'clock game on Fox. They owe them, man. They owe them big. They owe them big for the city. The city's pissed. They never come here. When was the last time we said they came here?
2019.
2019. That's 5 years ago. Come on. Enough. We went there last year. We dominated that game. Should have won it. It was taken away. Again, stolen. Sure, a couple things might have changed. But you know what? If they do have a fourth down, I hope they run it down their throat. I hope Dan Skipper gets a touchdown.
I hope so, too.
I hope they go for it on two-point conversions just because.
Just because. Stick it to him. Like Tony was telling Apollo, stick him.
Stick it in.
There's a great Apollo clip you sent. I saw you beat that man like I had never seen no man get beat before, and the man kept coming after you.
I love
We
the
don't
Rocky
need
references.
that kind of man in our lives anymore, baby. Let it go. Let it go. You're the champ.
I'm watching it again tonight. That's it.
Of course you are, man.
You know
I'm
what?
watching it again.
I'll watch 2 tonight.
I'm watching it.
The girls are having a girls' night. I can watch 2 before the game tonight.
I wish we could go to the theater and watch it.
Oh,
that would be
no
fun.
doubt.
Yeah.
That
No
would be
doubt.
fun. We're like a Rocky marathon. Like each day
Oh,
was
my
like
God. I want to see 1 and 2.
Rocky 1 through.
You're right.
I want to see 1 and 2 back to back.
1 through 4.
In the theater.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
My favorite is like the ambulance ride.
Oh, yeah.
In the beginning
Start
of 2,
two.
and then Paulie gets out of the car and he's like 50.
skinny.
He's 50 pounds lighter. Just one part about the Lions. If there's one game I had to that my life depended on, I am so confident that the Lions are going to beat the Cowboys this week. I am so confident.
Don't say that.
I'm just saying if there's
You were
one
1-6 last week.
I
don't
know.
wanna hear you.
I'm not saying against a spread. I'm just saying.
They're favored.
Well, I'm just saying I think they're going to win the game.
Yeah.
I just think they're going to win the game.
You should.
All right, guys. I'm going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll do our picks. We'll do that next. But first,
Swiss me.
a message from Swiss.
Sorry, buddy.
Get it together,
I was
Pete.
behind, my friend. Right now, more than ever,
Come on,
it is
Pete.
critical for you to have your insurance reviewed, and Swiss Insurance will make sure that your carrier is not slipping in those extra fees. Call Mark at Swiss Insurance today, 313-530-1698, or head to SwissINS.com. Hey, Kenny G, I'm trying to get your attention, my man.
Oh, my bad.
Because I got behind. Can you give me 1,800 tequila, my friend?
I sure can. It's the best tequila in the tequila game, man. 1,800. The official tequila of Woodward Sports Lions watch parties and post-game show. Join 1,800 and Woodward Sports every Lions game live from Hayes Social in Shelby Township. We'll be there this Sunday, actually, and celebrate the wins with smooth 1,800 tequila. Proud sponsor of your and our Detroit Lions. 1,800 tequila, the best taste in tequila, and please drink responsibly.
And if you want to know where the best Lions pregame show is every Sunday, well, you can join us in the Lions home games, and that's at the Second Best Bar. The next one, I think, is late October, the 27th, I believe.
Yep.
And we will be at the Second Best Bar for that. But you can join us at Detroit's very own Second Best Bar, located at 42 Watson Street for the ultimate fan experience. Enjoy some smooth Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey while catching the Woodward Sports pregame show on the home game days. Only at the Second Best Bar. Come get some.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah.
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports.
that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness, we're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test, that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today. Wow.
Why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Talking about the post-game show with Stick and Anderson at Hayes Social. Look, right after the game, you'll see the Detroit Lions destroy the Dallas Cowboys.
Big
and
facts.
What you want to do is you want to turn on the Woodward Sports. You'll watch the watch party. You'll be able to comment, get your likes in, do all the things necessary, and immediately watch how we break down that game. Sponsored to you by Sabbath Coffee as well as Smokies, and also 1800 Tequila and Sabbath Coffee once again. Your local long drink, they're a part of it as well. Stick and Anderson, you know them, you love them. These guys break the game down in a way in which you got to see for yourselves. So watch the the post-game party after the show.
And let me tell you about KDK Law. They've got your back. Dealing with divorce, child custody visitation, other family law issues. Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law in Birmingham have 10-plus years of experience, 24/7 availability. Scan the QR code on your screen or call 248-971-0476. Say Woodward Sports sent you, and KDK will pay your filing fee. You might not need that number today, but good idea to keep it in your phone just in case. They're available 24/7. Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law, they've got your back.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the pick segment now. We do it each and every week, and I'm told we have graphics for this.
We do.
Sponsored by Caesars.
And we do even have a standings situation and everything.
Look at that.
KG leading the whole deal here, 23 and 10. KG is having a tremendous opportunity. Great year from KG. We appreciate you, KG, for your expertise. Maz, 3 games back. Bray, Pete, and I am bringing up the rear. Pause.
Tough year for you, Ryan.
Right.
College and pro.
Maz, would you like to lead it?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, you lead it.
All right, let's go, boys. We're going to go around the room. We're going to start in jolly old London.
London game,
home of the
9:30.
Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Bears are coming to town. The Bears are coming to Jacksonville's hometown of London, England. And they are favored by 1. Ryan, the Bears by 1 over Jacksonville.
I kind of like the Bears. Oh, God. I kind of like the Bears. I said Chicago first for no reason other than I just...
both coming off wins.
Both coming off wins.
All
I'm going to
right,
go
Braylon?
Chicago.
Give me the Jags.
Jags to hold serve at home.
Give me Jags to hold serve at home. You got to trust fate. You guys look at the numbers as you guys always tell me.
He's just betting against me, that's all.
Nah, really not betting against you. Caleb Williams had 300 yards passing. I know he's finding some rhythm with DJ Moore, but I just still don't trust that offense. I don't trust what I'm seeing yet. Jags.
Pete?
Well, you know what, Bray, you kind of stole my thunder. I think I'm going to take the Jags here, too. I know the Bears are starting to play a lot better football, but like you said, Maz, London is like the Jacksonville Jaguars' second home. They might be a little bit more pumped up for this game. Give me the Jaguars, my friend.
Kenny?
I hate this game for the record. A bus can crash to this game. I wouldn't even care. But give me...
You don't have to wake up and watch it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just not trusting the Bears. I want to pick them so bad, but I'm not trusting Caleb Williams over there in London for the first time. I think it's going to be a wake-up call. Give me the Jags, man. Give me the Jags.
I think the better team are the Bears right now. Jacksonville did win last week, and Trevor Lawrence starting to play better. Tank Bigsby getting the ball now.
Yeah, they needed that one.
I'm still going. I'm not picking against the division. Give me the Bears.
Yeah.
Bears.
Best division in football.
Bears.
All right, number 2, Cardinals heading out to Green Bay. The little Redbirds flying into the Packers. Packers favored by 4.5. Braylon.
Sheesh. Packers been struggling. Jordan Love ain't look right. I don't know.
Kyler Murray against Jordan Love.
Bray want to pick the Pack. I already know he do. I know he do.
Don't talk him into
I know he
You
do.
be quiet.
Okay, all right.
Shut your mic off.
The magic number is 5.5.
4.5.
I said the magic number is 5.5. I think 4.5. I think the Packers are a better team. We just talked about. I think they're trying to find their rhythm a little bit. The Cards on the road. Kyler Murray. I'm going with the Cardinals.
Oh,
Pete.
I'm taking the Cardinals.
You wasn't confident in that.
This is a game, guys, which is really strange because the Cardinals are playing a lot better. James Conner is going to take this game over, and I think he's going to be running very, very hard like a bulldozer into that standard 3-4 defense that Green Bay has. Give me the Cardinals in a major upset on the road, man.
Hold on. I'm changing my pick. Give me the Packers. The hell was that?
Are you serious?
Right. Yeah, give me the Packers.
You're not going to complain on Monday, right?
No,
you got the Pack?
No, I'm packing. I'm not trusting Pete.
Okay.
That's right.
Pete.
You can't change your pick, man.
I'm going against Pete.
That's
hell
fine.
no.
He's not my friend anymore, man.
Right.
We broke up.
I'm still your friend, man. I'm going against Pete on this one.
Easy
broke
for
up.
me. Give me the green and gold. Kenny?
That Packers defense is better than the Cardinals offense. Give me the Packers, man.
Ryan, you got the
sorry.
dollar bid.
This is a horrible
this
game.
lady almost went up the curb and into
Someone's
the glass.
coming in here. There's no question.
Oh my God.
We need like those iron posts or blocks.
Someone is coming in here.
Right? This lady here in the beige car,
that minivan came in backwards.
She's like,
she's got
what
like
is?
man!
Oh my God! She almost.
She's loose.
I'm going Green Bay. I'm going Green Bay.
Somebody help her.
Green Bay at home against
So
Arizona.
we got
No
one
way.
Cardinal and the rest Packers.
Yep.
Okay. Pete, here's your chance to gain on us, right?
Yep.
You're leading this one off. Commanders, hottest team in football. Well, one of them. At the Ravens. This is Washington and Baltimore. This is like a backyard brawl here. Ravens at home favored by just under a touchdown with an extra point. 6.5 the Ravens, Pete.
Tell you what, I am going to go. I think the Commanders and Jaden Daniels have really found a healthy rhythm. I'm not saying that Baltimore is a bad team, but I think that the spread is a little off. I think it'll be a close game. Give me the Commanders to win on the road in a close one. Nail biter, Maz.
All right. Kenny?
It's not even tough.
Oh, I hate this slate. I can't
Kenny?
stand this slate.
That's why I only got 6
He
games.
hates this slate.
All right.
I'll go first if you need it.
No, go ahead. Let's see.
right.
Let's see what Bray do.
I'm taking the Ravens. I'm taking the original OG Lamar Jackson over somebody that's interesting, trying to do what he does. Jaden Daniels.
Bet.
I love
You help
Jaden
me
Daniels.
out.
I love what the Commanders have done, but they haven't seen a team like the Ravens yet. Give me the Ravens. I think they take the points. I think they make a statement in this game.
Ken?
I appreciate you, Bray, because, I mean, the Commanders, they just – I like what they doing, and that Ravens offense ain't – I mean, the Ravens defense hasn't been the greatest, man. Give me the Commanders. The Ravens will win money line, but give me the Commanders to cover that.
This is the battle. This is the battle of about 38 miles.
Yeah.
Because
That spread too big.
We played in D.C. and in Baltimore the following week when I was with the 49ers.
Yep.
So I know that.
That's why I said it's the backyard brawl.
Yeah, I'm going Washington too, just because KG did. Honestly,
appreciate you.
I'm taking him as well.
Yeah.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Not because of KG. I'm taking him because I like the Commanders. Okay.
If you can't beat
the
them,
last
join
thing
them.
I'm doing is following him. Okay, here we go.
You might want to, man.
The Browns,
You're losing right now.
We talked about the Eagles. Eagles had a week off, licked their wounds, maybe get this thing to going. And the Cleveland Browns coming into town. They're coming into
It's
Philly.
easy for me. Can I go first?
Biggest spread of the week.
Can I go first?
9.5. The Eagles are favored.
This year.
Philly.
Wow.
Cleveland is a disaster.
A 10-point spread?
They can't score.
Right.
Their offense is the worst we've seen in decades
Their
in the
only
NFL.
hope is if Deshaun Watson gets hurt. Really?
Seriously.
Go ahead, Bray.
Philly. I really wanted to take the Browns. I wanted to take my old school, but old team.
Kenny.
Give me the Browns, bro. Give me the Browns. Listen, the Eagles will win this game. That spread is entirely too big. It's the NFL. They begging you to take the Eagles.
I'll take the Browns as well. Pete, that leaves you with the dollar bid.
Well, I'm going to have to sacrifice the dollar bid. I'm going to go with the Eagles, man. I agree with Ryan. The Browns are just an absolute disarray. Eagles coming off the bye. They're ready to go.
That's going to be an ugly game.
Can I change my bet? Can I change my bet?
Watch.
I'm running from Pete.
That score going to be 6-9. Watch.
It's going to be ugly. It's going to be
ugly.
All right.
It's going to be like 10-3.
Yeah, 15-10.
This game right here coming up is the game that this is a tough one. I called this earlier in the week. I'm like, I don't know what to do. It's the Chargers giving 4 on the road.
Oh, this is easy
to the
money.
Denver Broncos.
Easy money.
The Chargers off the bye with a banged up Justin Herbert, giving 4 to the Broncos, who are playing good football. You know what? I haven't picked first yet, so I guess I have to.
Easy money, man.
I got to take Denver and the 4. Kenny.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody. Give me the Chargers.
I'm going Chargers too, not just because Kenny's taking them. I just
I like how you got lead.
Denver's won 3 games in a row. Very difficult to win 4 games in a row in the NFL. Very difficult to win 4 straight games. Yeah. And
the Chargers defense is good.
Denver, it's a divisional game, home dog. It's almost sacrilegious to pick the road favorite against a home divisional dog. Almost sacrilegious. But Denver won 3 games in a row against a team that lost 2 games in a row. And the team that lost 2 games in a row is the favorite on the road.
Right.
They're begging you to
dirty.
take Denver, so give me the Chargers.
Go ahead, Bray.
I'm following Maz.
Broncos for him.
I'm taking Broncos.
Pete?
I'm going to take the Chargers, Maz, because I think they're going to get off the snide this week, and they will end it all. Chargers.
Our final game is our game, guys. I think we all know what this one's going to be. It's the Lions heading to Big Dallas. Dallas, a home dog. They're getting 3 from the Detroit Lions. I'll go first again. I'm taking the Lions. Kenny.
Ryan, I'm going to do my best here. Lions, baby.
Lions, baby.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Lions, baby. That's for sure. Run game. I think that Montgomery is good for at least 2 touchdowns in this game.
Bray. Uh-oh.
Oh, come on, Bray.
Uh-oh.
You also
He's looking. He's thinking.
Uh-oh.
What you got to think about?
You can go last.
The Cowboys
Bray.
are one-dimensional. They can't run the football.
Give me the Lions and the spread. Give me the Lions.
You're giving a 3 to Dallas.
100% I am.
Okay.
100%.
It's a sweep. It's a sweep.
Thought it would be.
And so looks like a very difficult week in the NFL.
Man.
Other than the Lions game, the game I'm most looking forward to watching, well, actually a couple, because you have to say that 9:30 London game, it's a real joy to wake up on a Sunday morning and have NFL football. I do like that.
It's called bid football.
Yep, I do like that. And the game that I'm really looking forward to watching is this Packers-Arizona game. I really I'm curious to see that. That we'll get that game at 1:00.
Commanders-Ravens for me.
Commanders-Ravens is a good one.
I want to see if Washington. It feels like they're legit.
Jim Nance is there with Tony Romo.
I want to see if they're legit. I want to see Jaden Daniels, and obviously KG. You're right. That Baltimore Ravens defense hasn't been that juggernaut that we're used to. But they're still that Baltimore Ravens defense. So I want to see what Jaden Daniels has, and I want to see if Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry have figured it out. Very
one game that I didn't put on here was the Sunday night game. Because why'd they make this game? It's the Bengals on the road to the Giants.
Giants gonna win too.
And the Bengals are favored by 4. Now,
I'm
I didn't put
taking
this.
the
Let's
Giants.
pick
Giants
this game
win
anyway. It doesn't count, but let's pick it. And I'll start with
Is
you.
Malik
Ryan.
Neighbors playing?
No.
Oh,
no. That changes everything.
And there's Bengals.
Might be a
He didn't play against
This will be a second week out.
Why even put this game on?
Yeah, but now you got film.
This is a Sunday night game.
This is gonna be a horrible Sunday night game.
This is gross.
You got the Giants with no Malik Neighbors and then the struggling Bengals.
Over.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is called having a jailbroken fire stick. Oops.
Yeah, for real.
I won't be watching
I'll be
this
on
game.
No.
Maybe I'll tune in for
Watch the Menendez brothers.
Yeah, I'll
Right.
watch some TV.
I finished that. That's wild.
I don't know. I think the Giants will cover the spread. I think the Bengals are a broken team.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I think the Giants will win that game. To be honest with you,
Give me the Bengals, I guess.
I'm not counting this game.
I know, but still, I'll take the Bengals.
Guys, I just in the remaining time, we got a couple minutes left of the show. Big weekend in college football. There's a lot going on.
There we go.
Number 2, Ohio State at number 3, Oregon. Alabama, fresh off a loss, plays against South Carolina.
The Gamecocks.
That's a good. Notre Dame, Stanford, Penn State, USC, Texas, Oklahoma.
Red River.
There's a lot of games out there. Saturdays are going to be like
Ole Miss, LSU.
Colorado, that 10-15 Colorado game. I love that 10-15 game.
Don't let Colorado win that. I'm going on.
You see any upsets on this board?
I got one.
What?
I got 2 actually. First 2 games on this board, I think. Well, not first 2. Obviously, you got Oregon and Texas at the very top. I think South Carolina and Alabama's upset.
I got USC as an
South
upset.
Carolina, Alabama.
You think Alabama's going to lose 2 games in a row?
100%.
That's crazy.
100%. And the second one, I think Texas is in trouble too.
Really?
They're
Quinn
much
Ewers is
man.
They're
I watched Oklahoma play. I want to say that, Bray. I watched Oklahoma play, and that quarterback is horrific.
Quinn Ewers plays for Texas.
I just can't see Oklahoma doing any. Their defense is really good.
Yeah.
Their quarterback is so bad.
Bucket.
How about USC Penn State?
I think USC gonna upset
Penn
State.
I know, but it should be a good game.
It's a different Penn State team. It feels like a different Penn State.
It just feels like that because they schedule so.
I like USC to bounce
Have
back.
they lost yet? They lost, right?
I think so.
USC lost to
State
Minnesota.
Penn State's unbeaten.
Penn State's unbeaten.
What about Ohio State and Oregon?
Ohio
Buckeyes.
State is going to smoke Oregon.
Buckeyes will run them.
I don't care about the time difference. I don't care about none of that.
That
I don't
might be a
believe
good
it.
doubleheader to go. Go and see the Indians and see the Guardians.
Well, it's at Oregon.
Oh, it is.
Dylan Gabriel hasn't really done nothing for me.
Yeah, it was interesting because I was thinking about both teams playing against Michigan State. Michigan State moved the ball against both of them, and obviously the quarterback shot them in the foot. I would go with Ohio State, but I don't think it's as much of a blowout as people think. Like, I don't think Ohio State's gonna go there and murder Oregon. Like, I think it's gonna be closer than you think, but I'll go with Ohio State.
Hey, I got a couple of NFL notes for you. Yesterday, Jeff Ulbrich, the new head coach of the New York Jets. Jets are going to wear their Braylon helmets tomorrow, by the way.
You know what time it is.
It's the best helmet, without a doubt.
Yes,
It's the white Joe Namath helmet with the green
Jets in the
football.
circle.
Well, he's knocking down Nathaniel Hackett finally from OC to, I don't know, water boy. Here he
Offensive
is.
assistant.
Here he is.
Regarding the staff, after a lot of time to think about it and did not make this decision easily by any means, I'm going to make Todd Downing the play caller for the New York Jets going forward. And this is more a byproduct of a different take on things. I'm not saying it's a better or worse take on things by any means, but just a different take on things, a fresh approach. So ultimately, Todd will have the full say on the game plan and ultimately the plays that are called within the game.
This is easy. This is Aaron Rodgers. Look, you can't fire him, but he can stay on the staff. You can change him, whoever you want to be offensive coordinator. But Nathaniel Hackett keeps his job. You won't embarrass my guy on my watch. That's exactly what this
They're
is.
both going to go out together at the end of this year.
100%.
At the end of this year.
Do you think Rodgers is going to retire?
Rodgers is going to be
or go
gone,
somewhere else.
And Nathaniel Hackett.
He retired.
Miami.
The Jets are a disaster.
Did you see him crawling in the second quarter? It wasn't even the third or fourth before he started crawling in London.
Yeah.
He's crawling.
He's cooked.
If I'm Aaron Rodgers, like, he's starting to realize,
He's
like,
cooked.
oh, shoot, I am 41.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Brett Favre when he was face down after that Saints NFC Championship game.
Yep.
We never said anything about Brett Favre. We haven't had time. That he came out and he says he's got
Parkinson's.
Who cares?
Him and most of the air players that came from his era, they have early onsets of it. I go for doctor's appointments for that very same thing. Doesn't change the fact what you did.
Yeah.
And Tommy Kramer, a guy that I love watching with the Minnesota Vikings, maybe a few years before Brett Favre got there, he's got dementia. He's had it for a year already.
So I don't mean to laugh about anybody having dementia. I just.
What are you laughing at?
Well,
You're laughing at me.
like Kenny was like, "Who cares?" And then Brady was like, "It doesn't change what you did."
Right.
And then I'm
There's no sympathy for Brett Favre.
I get it.
I had to think for a minute, you know what I mean? I had to think for a minute. I was like, "What are they talking about?" And then I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
You don't have early onset dementia.
The Mississippi stuff, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
All right, but I was like, but it took me like a millisecond to be like, why are they being so mad? It's just sports. Like he's playing for the Packers.
Hey,
And then I was like,
a couple of ex-Michigan players are going to be hurting. Dax Hill, Cincinnati.
What a shame.
He's out, man. Torn ACL, cornerback for the Bengals, a shot, man. And then Jabril Peppers. I didn't get a chance to talk about this earlier.
Dude, he
in the
was
week.
just honored at Michigan.
Yeah. He was arrested. I mean, he did some bad things, if this is true.
So here's my thought on this. I know Jabril. I've known Jabril. And this isn't one of those Michigan guys, blah, 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 blah. From the guy that I know, from the time he was in high school is when I met him, through college to the NFL, none of this is in the personality of Jabril Peppers. Like, none of this is in the personality. With that being said, I'm still going to wait to see what happens, but I heard this, and how sometimes you like, I was like, finally got him.
Right.
Yeah. So, this is something that
It don't make sense?
It doesn't make sense to me. So, I mean, I could be wrong. Right. Habits and things start later in life. You deal with trauma and things happen.
Right.
But the guy that I know, it's not it.
Right.
But it could be.
And the last thing I got for you guys,
Yep.
we didn't talk about this. Last weekend, Pistons owner Tom Gores bought 27% of the LA Chargers. He bought the Spanos' daughter's portion. She was fighting with her brothers. They're all a bunch of idiots. The people in San Diego despise them. They moved to LA. They're carpetbaggers. But 27% of a $10 billion franchise.
So he won one game.
Comes out to how much?
They won one preseason game, and now he's always thinking he can fix another franchise.
Right.
Oh my God.
About to drive them into the
Fix the
ground
Pistons first.
But listen,
He
this
don't
is a
care.
Michigan State graduate.
It's
Tom
money.
Gores.
It's an investment.
Boy, did he invest his money well.
Seriously.
Holy God.
Yeah, that's and they're in LA. Like
Yeah.
the tide for them is going to turn with Jim Harbaugh, and he's right there on the ground floor.
Unbelievable.
Almost. It's essentially
Amazing.
ground floor.
No parties for him.
Guys, it's been great being with you this week. Bray, get us out of here.
I
Have
can
a great
hardly
weekend,
pay my
everyone.
bills.
This
This guy's buying 27% of the Chargers.
We got
100% of the Pistons.
That needs to be a drop right there.
God,
I
I've
can
made
hardly
so
pay
many
my bills.
bad
We
mistakes.
appreciate you guys. You see the board right there. Make it better.
There you go,
Go
Maz.
through- There it
God
is
help
right
me.
there. That's how you get your money back.
Make your money
That's how
back.
you get your money back.
Right.
You get your money back. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in this week. We'll get with you next week. Look,
Serenity.
great weekend
Yes.
in sports, but there's only one thing that matters. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers,
Go
baby.
Tigers!